Hello, all you fourth graders out there. Are you ready for a new writing unit? Well, welcome to poetry. You're going to love this one. It's pretty fun. So let's get started. Lesson 1, poetry. This first one's going to be called Object with Meaning. And I'm going to start out by looking at a few examples of poems with you, and then you are going to give it a try. Now, not all poems have to rhyme or have any kind of a major rhythm. Sometimes you can just be talking about something or someone and being very descriptive, and it can be considered a poem. So let's look at this first one. Like I said, if I go back here, this first lesson is about an object with meaning. So I'm going to pick an object and talk about it. This first object, a rock. Plain old rock by the side of the road. Should I roll it into the ditch? Round rock by the side of the road. I pick it up and feel its weight. Light rock by the side of the road. I take aim with my hammer and split it. Geode by the side of the road. Gleaming jewels. Now, one thing I want you to notice, and you may have already noticed as I was reading this to you, is these are not in your typical paragraphs. They're in, we've done a little bit of poetry lessons with stanzas and verse during our ELA time, so maybe you kind of remember. They're different. You don't even put a full sentence on a line. Notice that the first sentence here is plain old rock by the side of the road, and they split it into 2 lines. It's more about a phrasing of it, kind of like a song, which a lot of poems are actually turned into. So let's look at it again. Plain old rock by the side of the road. You see how they broke it up? And I paused. Now this next one is a full sentence. Should I roll it into the ditch? If I just say, should I roll it into the ditch? It doesn't really sound like a poem. But if I say it kind of breathless, should I roll it into the ditch? Do you hear how it kind of changed now into poem? Well, let's look at another one. This one, we're going to talk about little seeds, little plants. Remember, you're going to just pick an object, anything. You could even tell me about a pencil. We're going to pick any object, which actually I think my next poem is about a pencil and a sharpener. That's funny. Let's read this one. Little brown seeds, so small and round, are sleeping quietly under the ground. Now, this one happened to rhyme, but we don't have to. You can, but you don't have to. Down come the raindrops, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Out comes the rainbow, twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Little brown seeds way down below. Up through the earth they grow, grow, grow. Little green leaves come one by one. They hold up their heads and look at the sun. Yeah, this one had a couple of rhyming elements to it, but you don't have to. We had round and ground, and I noticed down here, come out one by one and look at the sun. Doesn't rhyme super well, but kind of does. Another thing this poem did was some repetitive stuff. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Excuse my little bump there. Grow, grow, grow. You know, there's a lot of leeway to writing poems. You can really just have fun with it. Let's look at that next one about the pencil and the sharpener. And it's short. Your poems don't have to be long. They can be short. I think there are 100 bees inside the pencil sharpener, and they buzz and buzz and buzz until my point is sharp. Notice again, this poem right here is like one sentence. One sentence. But they took it apart and said things kind of breathlessly to turn it into a poem. I think there are 100 bees. Pause. Inside the pencil sharpener. Pause. And they buzz. Pause. And buzz. Pause. And buzz. Pause. Until my point. Pause. Is sharp. So you notice we're not laying it out in one sentence. You're not laying it out in your traditional paragraph, are we? Let's look at another one. This time I'm talking about my desk, and I happen to write this one. See if you like it. Oh, beautiful desk, you hold me up all day without complaining. I keep my work on your shiny wood surface. I rest my weary elbows on you, and you do not complain. What would I do without you, desk? Without your support all day while I work? I think I would just be on the floor. Notice again, it's not in your typical paragraph. It's not in sentences. But I do want you to notice here I was being very descriptive. I didn't just say, oh, desk. I said, oh, beautiful desk. You hold me up all day without complaining. And here I've given my desk a little bit of personification. I've pretended it's human and could actually complain, but you know that it can't. But I'm making it that way for this to be interesting. I keep my work on your shiny wood surface. I don't just say on the surface. I'm being descriptive. I rest my elbows on you. No, I rest my weary elbows on you. And you do not complain. Again, I am making it sound like a human. That's personification, which is really fun to do. What would I do without you, desk? Don't I almost sound like I'm in love? What would I do without you, desk? Without your support all day while I work, I think I would just be on the floor. So be descriptive, have fun, try personification. All right, my lemon water. Also, I wrote this one. I actually added it a year when I had lemon water sitting on my desk and the students told me, oh, write a poem about your lemon water like you're in love with it. I'm like, okay. Lemon water, so fresh and clear, sitting there on my desk, ready to quench my thirst with just a sip. Without you, my mouth would be dry. Thank you, lemon water, for letting me drink you up all day as I teach. Again, being descriptive, being breathless. If you say a description about something and say it in a breathless way, it sounds like poetry. It's kind of funny. Do I have anything rhyming here? No. And you don't have to. Can you? Sure. That would be awesome. But you don't have to. Poems don't all rhyme. All right. So the next part you guys are going to do, your teacher's going to be showing you. Hold on while I go open it up. This sheet, Pear Deck. I'm not sure how they will give it to you. They might, well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to tell you because they might do it in several different ways, but they will give this to you. You're going to be just doing the first page. If you notice, page 2 is lesson 2. We're not doing that yet. This first page, you just have lines where you're going to do an object with meaning. I want you to find something on your desk, on your person. Maybe it's your barrette. Maybe it's a rubber band. Maybe it's a book. Maybe it's an eraser. Maybe it's your chair. Anything that is around you, take that item and write me a poem about it. Write your teacher a poem about it. Sound like a plan? All right. Good luck. Can't wait to read my students. And if your teachers share with me, I'd love to read those too. All right. Have fun.